everyone. Welcome back to Kira's Corner, or welcome to if you're new. Glad to have you. Today we have a very, very fun video planned. How much this is relevant to anyone's lives, slim, but that doesn't matter because I have my little sister Danae with me. We're trying something new. I apologize in advance, Editor Kira. I know you already hate your life doing this, so we're apologizing now. But today, me and Danae are doing another tier ranking because what else would we do, you know? Today, we are tier ranking characters from maybe one of our favorite shows of all time. It's a show that very few people have watched. However, it feels like, at least in our lives, next to nobody. Um, and we decided we need to talk about this. And so we are. And that show, you may ask, well, it is Young Justice. I'm sure many of you know, have no clue what Young Justice is. Well, don't worry, we will tell you. So it is an animated show based on DC heroes, and more specifically, the Young Heroes. And so they're like a Young Justice League, except they just didn't put the league on. It's just Young Justice, except in the show they're just called the team. So, it's just kind of them dealing as most at the beginning teenagers, and then we'll talk about later how the show worsens. But that's okay because it's one of our favorite shows and we love it to death. And so yeah, that's the video today. Hope you enjoy. If you make it through, great for you. We have a lot of characters to get through, so apologize in advance. That being said, let's get into ranking some Young Justice characters. Okay, so awesome, beautiful. Let's make sure that they can. I hope we can actually see you. If not, just know the voice you're hearing is Danae.
It's me.
So we're gonna go through our tiers really quickly. We're gonna start from the bottom and go up to the top. So the bottom tier is I Wish I Forgot You and Your Name. This has to do with the fact that come season 2 and on, there are characters we see very briefly. So much so that we don't know who they are half the time. But these people we remember, we hate, but wish they were one of the ones we could have just forgotten. That's what that tier is. They're garbage. We don't like them. Just up from that is I'm sorry I seem to have forgotten your name. And these are like characters, I don't know who you are, really. You're fine, but I don't know you, truly. Up from that, we have Feeling the Aster. This is one of Robin's favorite things to say. That and whelmed. So that also could have been what this was just whelmed. Either of those work. They're mid, they're fine. We have no issues with them, really, like any big issues anyway. Then we have Crash. This is slang that a character brings in season 2. He's from the future. And it's just like, you're cool. We like you a lot. And then at the very top, we have We Wish We Saw the 5 Years. And this is in reference to a time jump. After season 1 to season 2, it will be time jump 5 years. And so we would have liked to see them during that time. With that said, let's get into it.
Oh yeah.
We're so excited. The characters are kind of organized in semblance of an order. First up, we have team members or have been a part of the team at one point or another. And then we have Justice Leaguers. So these are like adult heroes that are in the show. Then we have the villains, aka the light or the main problem. And then we just have other villains that show up or sometimes are associated with the light. And then we have miscellaneous. It's the only way I can describe the last kind of category of characters. With all that being said, we start with one of the best characters by far, and that is Dick Grayson as Robin.
Wish we saw the 5 years. Wish we saw the 5 years.
It's hard to deny how much we wish we could have seen them in the 5 years. You will notice that a couple of these characters are split, even though they're the same person. That is because Danae has an issue with Dick not being robbed anymore.
Yes. A big
Uh,
one. Because Robin is the best character of all time. by far my favorite character of the show, and they ruin him by turning him into stupid Nightwing. He's
No,
just like 10 times less funny, and I hate
well,
him.
you make some points, okay? I'll give you that.
All the points.
No, but I mean, Robin is too good. He brings banger after banger of lines. I mean, one of our favorite episodes is them getting their memories wiped and then them chilling in Bialia. And by chilling, I mean they're stuck there and need to figure out how to get out. And he opens the show straight up. He opens the episode. We quote this line all the time, oh, too often, honestly. And
Yeah,
out of nowhere, we'll just say
yeah.
it. Like, uh,
What
what
are
am I doing
Bialian soldiers doing in
in
Bialia?
Bialia?
Better
Better
question.
question. What am
What am
I
I
doing
doing in Bialia? In
in
September?
September?
What happened
What
to
happened
March?
in March? It's iconic. And him in season one is definitely peak. Like he's amazing, truly.
Amazing.
We love Dick Grayson as Robin. And then because we had to split, we now have Dick Grayson as Nightwing. I would put him up in there, and then we wish we saw the five
And
years.
I would not.
But I understand what Danae is saying. We'll put him in Crash.
Ugh.
um, very similar to him as Robin, but now he just has a little bit more maturity to him
So he's
because
not
he takes
funny.
on a leadership role.
So he's not funny. He's not funny.
Today's just mean. And maybe I am hurt because I
No.
think that Nightwing's hot. So
And not funny.
this is what I have to do. And she's wrong. All right. Next up, we have Miss Martian, aka McGann. This is season one McGann. Again, another one we had to split because it's really hard to take into account how much the dislike grows. McGann in season one, where are we putting her?
You're like Crash.
Yeah, she
I
was
like
pretty like,
season one Megan.
yeah, we like season one McGann. She is new. She's a Martian.
She's sweet.
She is very sweet, and it's very clear she has this huge crush on
Her
Connor.
and Connor are super cute in the first season.
Truly so cute in the first season.
I really liked her in the
Somehow
first season.
I don't know if she clicked that Wally liked her, or at least found her attractive. I don't know. But also in the first season, we have the hello, Megan.
Hmm.
That kind of drops. And that's kind of just like a cute little quirk of hers. And I don't know, she's just so excited to be on Earth.
Yeah, I don't know. She's just excited and has her little quirks, and she's nice and not a jerk.
That's. And with that, we move to season two and on.
Who is a
Miss Ma-
jerk?
Miss Martian. She's truly at her worst in season three, or season two, I mean.
Season two, yeah. She's
Season
awful.
two, McGann, is the worst. And that is
So bad.
in part due to the fact that because of the time jump, we didn't see how she turned out horrible.
Yeah.
And she was dating a guy we hate so
I
much.
think that's actually such a big part of our hate for her in season two.
And
It's
for
how
some
much we
reason,
hate her boyfriend.
yeah, that's very true. And for some reason, her and Connor were not good, and we didn't know why because we didn't see the 5 years.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
just bad. Season three, McGann gets better. And then in season four, McGann's just sad. And that is not fun.
No, no.
So where are we putting season two and on again? Are we putting her in
Uh,
Feeling the Aster, or I seem to have forgotten your name? It feels rude to put her in I'm sorry, hey?
yeah, I feel like fueling the Aster because second season's really bad, but they kind of make it better in the third and fourth.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's like,
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so going Feeling the Aster. Next up, one of my favorite characters. I love this guy so much. That is Wally West, aka Kid Flash.
we wish we saw the 5 years.
Obviously. You don't understand unless you've seen the show how
Absolutely.
sad his story ends. Okay?
I freaking love Wally.
Like
He is
we didn't really
so
see him in season
funny.
two, and because in season two, him and another character kind of retired from the team. They retired from superheroing, kind of asterisks.
Kind of.
But then at the end of the season, he dies. Like you don't
Oh,
understand watching it for the first time and seeing Wally die.
actually the worst. And like, it's a big thing with this show, how much we hate that 5 years,
Yep.
because the amount of characters we just don't get to see much of, or like their development is taken away, is so frustrating. And he's a big part of that because, again, she said we don't see him in season two. Like, we see him in season one every single episode. Like, he's a very important character. He's one of the main characters. He's on the team. He's like one of the original three. And then he's not in season two because he's retired, and then he's dead. And then
Like
you never
what?
see him again. Like, you see him in flashbacks later.
Yeah, the season three flashback, or not flashback, the dream sequence made me so sad. I'm like, why did you
It's
do
so
this?
frustrating.
Why did you need to bring more pain?
Why did he retire?
We don't know because
Ah,
we didn't see the 5 years.
that stupid 5 years, dumbest thing this show could have ever done.
Truly. But yeah, Wally's the best. He's hilarious. His crush on McGann is so funny.
He flirts with
And
everybody.
he is a crush on everybody pretty much. And then his refusal to admit his feelings for another person on the team. It's so fun. Like he's such a flirt, but not a good one.
No, terrible flirt. But he is one.
One of our favorite episodes is Cold Hearted, and he's kind of the main person in that episode. And that was such a good like character growth
That was
episode.
his birthday episode, right?
And that was the one where he had to race the heart
Mm-hmm.
to somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yes, that was a great character growth episode for Wally. We just really love Wally. And it was really, really, really devastating to see him die. Next up, we have Connor Kent, aka Superboy.
He's boring.
He is, but I still love him.
The Crash?
Yeah.
Because I don't really care about the 5 years enough with this guy.
Well, that's because he doesn't age.
No, and he had no character development in that time.
I will say, though,
Like, the only thing we missed was the breakup.
yeah, we missed the breakup, but also in season two, him and Superman, like Clark, are
Oh yeah, they're
definitely good.
closer.
Like, we didn't see that growth.
No,
The only moments we had with Connor and Clark were when Clark first met him, was like,
school bus.
stay away from me. And then the second was like the season one finale. And Clark
Yeah,
realized that
they
Connor
didn't
took.
interact very much.
And so knowing how in season three and four, Connor's like Uncle Connor to
Yeah,
Jonathan, it's like, well, I would kind of love like to see how that Connor and Clark relationship grew.
yeah, but him himself,
And also the weird little village of all the
that
genomes.
was weird. That I don't think was a season two thing though.
That was a season four or a three thing. No, that's a
Yeah,
season
they
two.
started talking about that later yet. And that
And
was
I'm
when
like,
the other
when did he
time
find
jumps.
this? When did he find this?
That was the weirdest plot I have ever seen.
Well, it was a
He just
forager
had
plot,
this
hence
little
why it was
village
weird.
of Cadmus clones. Like, what?
I don't know.
Oh, by the way, he's a Cadmus clone.
Yeah, he's a clone of Superman and Lex Luthor. So he's got
Yeah.
daddy issues. But yeah, him and McGann are really sweet. I mean, our one of our favorite episodes. I say this constantly, and you'll notice all our favorite episodes happen to be in season one.
Oh yeah, we
One
don't really like the other three seasons.
of our favorite episodes is the Terror Twins episode, where him and McGann go undercover to Belle Reve, and then
By
they
far,
finally admit their feelings.
oh, it's so good. And we meet another character that is just the best.
Like, oh, I can't wait to get to him and we get to talk.
Oh, me too.
But yes, Connor is Crash. He's fine. He's great. We do like him. It's just like he's kind of a bit of a brick. All right, next we have Calderon, aka Aqualad. He becomes
He's so
Aquaman.
boring.
Yeah, Loki, want to put him in feeling the ass.
That's what I was gonna say. He's so
That feels
boring.
that feels mean.
Hey, I will say this until the day I die. If the show had done something with him, he would have been such a good character, but the show decided not to do anything with him. He
Yeah.
just was put as the leader of the team and then had no development after that.
Yeah. It is truly unfortunate that they
He,
didn't do anything with Calder.
yeah, he is the main person in our absolute least favorite episode of season one. It's
For some
called
reason, it's
Downtime. Pretty
downtime
sure
of
it's
all the
episode 8. It's the worst.
it's such a boring episode, and yet it
But
has one of my favorite scenes in the entire show.
I'm so happy I pointed that out to you.
Uh,
But no, Calderon goes home and the girl he has a crush on likes his best
ugh,
friend, is with his best friend, and that's what happens. There's
yeah.
also an attack, but it's not an
Can I
important
tell you
attack.
how? No, I couldn't tell you anything.
And that was considered his development, pretty
Yeah,
much. Like they didn't do anything else with his character. They had one episode where like he doubted his leadership for like a second, but even that episode it was more just everybody being angry at him, not him actually like being shown.
and then in season 2, he's undercover with Black
Yeah,
Manta.
season 2 they just like put him
Like,
undercover and don't tell the viewers
no.
until later.
But also, we didn't know that Black Manta was his dad. So, like, what?
That's true. The 5 years for
It,
him actually would have been great, but I don't care
we
about him
could have
enough.
seen a lot.
Because
And then he
another
becomes
thing
Aquaman in season 3.
with Calderon, the girl he likes, Tula, she
Yeah,
dies in the 5 years. She is
we don't see it.
on the team
Yep,
and dies in the 5 years.
we have
And
no.
we don't get to see it.
No.
If
Why would
we
we see
had
it?
been able to see him work with Tula, he actually could have had development. But they decided not to show that. Because why
Yep.
would they?
Why would they do that?
So he's a
And then
super
also,
boring character.
we could have seen him coming out. See, he's a
Yeah,
boyfriend in the 4th season.
he's gay, bisexual.
So, like, it would have been
He's one
interesting
of
to see,
them.
like, get any kind of journey on him struggling with his sexuality.
We get nothing.
But no, why would they do that
They hate us.
with the black kid? That's the worst part about this. I'm just realizing he's like the only black kid.
Yeah,
Oh, that's bad. That's not good.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh
anywho,
well.
poor Calder is feeling the aster. Next up, we have Artemis. She also goes by Tigress, but we don't love Tigress.
We hate tigers.
We have Artemis. It's
Yeah.
either Crash or We Wish,
Yeah, see, I was trying to think because like later seasons, she's not as good.
but she's still interesting. Like she's at least a key member.
She is still interesting. I think we wish we saw the 5 years.
I really do think so. Because she at least brought a lot of snark on the female side of
Yeah,
things.
she's sarcastic, like me. No, I really like her.
I mean, she does come in and lie right off the bat. That's fun.
That's not important.
It's not important. But
Listen,
also,
she was protecting herself. She has really bad trust issues.
that's fair. But like, she and Wally just fit so well together.
hmm
Like, the whole episode where they come back, well, where Artemis comes back in season 2, and it's Valentine's Day, and they're just like their little banter in the kitchen. So cute.
And she's someone we actually see a lot of her life. Like, we get a lot of flashbacks to when she was younger, especially in the season 4.
Yes.
Her her 4 episodes, like I think each of them had flashbacks,
Yes, they did.
at least one
Hmm.
in all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And
She becomes hugely important in season 3 and 4,
yeah.
which I think is in part due to her dealing with Wally's death still.
Yeah, and I actually think that she got a lot of really good development from that. And
Even
just
her
seeing
little, like
how
her little,
close she is with Nightwing, I think
yeah,
is a big thing. Because, like, again, like we said, she lied when she came on the team. She didn't trust anybody. And so seeing how close she got with the team in the future, because she still talks to all of them. Like, seeing that, we see how she was able to develop those relationships better. Calder, we don't even see that with, because does he talk to the team in the future?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
We don't understand Calder.
No.
Yeah. In
You know, the
Artemis,
funny part, actually, I'm back on Calder for a second, because I forgot to say this when we were talking about him. In the episode, the Bialy episode that we were talking about with Robin, Calder, they forget about him. He is pretty much dead.
yeah,
Megan
that's,
remembers everybody else
yeah, I forgot
except
about that.
for Calder. Everybody else.
Oh
He is able to
no.
remember everyone but him. And he is the leader of the team.
But
He
also, like,
almost dies.
he almost dies.
It
He played
takes
no
other
part in
people's
that episode.
memories to bring him back.
Anywho, Artemis is great.
Artemis is great. We get a lot of her.
Yeah, and I love
Um,
her in this specific, like her Artemis gear. We don't like her
yeah.
Tigress gear.
After Tigress, it's kind of weird. She's still a good character. I don't like the Tigress thing, but yeah, she's a great character.
Yeah, we like Artemis. All right, next we have Red Arrow. He has
Is this
like a
Will?
hundred names. He originally we thought he was Roy Harper, found out he was a clone, and then he went by Will Harper. We're just gonna call him Red Arrow, I think.
Yes, because we're gonna forget otherwise.
Yes, I think he goes in Crash.
Yeah. Ah, I don't like him that much.
Really,
You like him?
I think he like gets quite a bit of development, and I find it interesting. I like his storyline. I don't know.
We can put him in Crash.
I'm okay with putting him feeling the ass though. Like I understand he's a bit of a jerk.
He's so annoying.
I understand. You know what?
Okay,
Let's go.
Aster, Aster.
Aster. He is partially why he's a jerk, specifically in the first season, is his programming, his clone programming. Wild to say. But I think the craziest thing that happened with Will was him hooking up with Cheshire in the 5 years.
So, guys, if you don't know who Cheshire is, she's
It
a
comes up
villain.
later. It's fine.
She's a villain. And it was super weird when we started. So, okay, at the end of the first season, you find out Red Arrow, he's been a Cadmus clone this whole time. He was programmed to get into the Justice League and infiltrate it. Like that was his programming. And he does that. And then we find out he's the clone, he's the mole. What? Oh my goodness, it's a big reveal. And then we skip 5 years. He's still trying to figure out who the real Roy Harper is, which crazy that it took him 5 years. Another problem with the time jump. And he's on submission with Cheshire and her child, who's his child.
Yeah.
And it's just, what? And then,
He's he's looking ragged in season 2 as well. Like he's
oh
not
yeah, he
well.
looks awful.
He is so skinny. He lost a
And then he
ton of weight.
retires.
He's got a beard. The hair grew out. Like bro looks sick.
Yeah,
And somehow he has a child with Cheshire.
don't know. And then he retires and becomes a mailman. What was he?
No, no,
He
man.
delivered things.
No, he didn't. He's a security. Like he owns a security company.
He delivered things.
It was a truck with security gear.
That's delivering things. He's
Yes,
a
he
mailman.
retired. He does have that weird little thing with Artemis, which we hate, truly.
So weird. Artemis and him
Luckily,
live
they
together and raise his child together, and it's super weird.
luckily they
It
both were like,
also
yeah, this
does make sense.
luckily though, like they do realize like mutually, like this isn't gonna this is not. This is
This is
weird. We don't
bad. We're not doing this.
But since Leon's not on this list, his daughter, we just want to bring this up really briefly because we have major issues with it. It came up every time we watched the episodes, and she showed up, and today knows exactly what I'm talking about. Without fail, every time we were at the Harper house, okay? Without fail, if Leon was at the table and they had food, Leon always had a bowl with 5 scoops of strawberry ice cream.
So big. They were such big scoops, and there was five every time, and I don't know why.
They call
I
it
don't know
every
what
time
they're
we caught it.
feeding
We're
this
like, bro,
child.
why?
We were
It
so
bothered us
confused
so
every single time we saw it. I started screaming at the screen.
yeah, yeah. It was just like this enormous bowl of these
And she's just
huge
eating it.
scoops of strawberry ice
She's like
cream.
5,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe. I don't know.
We don't know her age. She was born
Time
sometime
skips.
in the 5 years.
Yeah, it's
And
fine.
then we skip 2, and then we skip 1.
Yeah, it's fine.
So she is an age.
Anyways, that was Will. We move on. Now we have Zatanna.
I love Zatanna.
Yeah.
I
five
love
years or
her.
Crash?
I don't like her in the last season that much, though. Or what season
Yeah,
did she train people? That's last season, right?
last
Oh,
season.
yeah,
Yeah,
because those are her 4 episodes.
yeah, her 4 episodes there.
I think
Crash.
Crash, I do still like her a lot.
I particularly loved her in season one. Oh,
Well, that's pretty much all we saw of her this year in season 2 and 3.
I particularly liked her in season one, and her little dynamic with Robin was really cute. No, again, the 5 years would have been cool. See, they did date
Yeah.
and then broke up during those
Yeah,
years. Like,
no,
what?
I like her a lot. I think she's really funny. I think she gets a lot of development for somebody who's only in the second half of the season
Yeah,
because she has to watch her dad pretty much die. Like, not
kind
technically
of.
die,
But it is
but like
still
she
like
can't
she
see
lost a
him.
parent. She's lost a parent.
Yeah. She deals with all of that. And then her and Artemis have a really, really, really good friendship, and I wish we could
Yeah.
see more of that. We only see it in like 2 or 3 episodes throughout the whole show.
And then we see it in the third season with Artemis being there for Zatanna when she gets to see her dad for an hour.
Yeah.
And Zatanna is there for Artemis after the dream thing.
Yeah. We don't
And it's
see
just
much of it.
no, which is a shame. It would be really nice if we got to see more of it.
But it's
Um,
really good, and they're so good. She's just such a good character. She fits in with the team really fast,
yeah,
is
she
part of
does.
it. Like, she, they're having like a telepathic conversation. Megan links them. They're having a telepathic conversation as they are meeting her,
Hmm.
and she immediately catches on that they're talking about her, just in their heads.
Yeah.
And then she starts
Just
making jokes. Like,
she just fits right in. It's really nice. And
yeah.
then the fact that she still continues and we get quite a bit of development for her. I mean, her 4 episodes in season four were not our favorite. I don't know. It just felt very out of character for her in a way because it felt manipulative, and that's not what's a
Yeah, it felt very, very manipulative because she didn't disclose all the information.
yeah. And like we get that it was hard for her not getting to see her dad all the time.
Are we talking about any of the characters that she trained?
No, because it was 13, our favorite character,
Most pointless character ever added.
and then it's Mary,
Oh, she turns evil.
yeah, and then it's Muslim
What's
kid.
his face?
Well, he's
Who
going to
we
school
don't
to be
even
a
know the name
doctor.
of, so.
We're not talking about any of those people.
No. But yeah, she trains 3 children, and then she's like, oh yeah, I trained you three to take over Dr. Fate, which
Like
is where
what?
her dad is.
Like
And
no.
then her dad, the guy, and 13 all switch out
Like
1 week of a month. And the other girl turns evil.
I just that felt so out of character for Satana.
It was really weird.
Anywho, we still really like her. She's a fun character. She does bring she's very mellow and chill
Yeah.
and brings that kind of energy. So we appreciate Zatanna. We like her. Next, and this ends kind of the season one team. We have Raquel.
Okay, can you really consider Rocket Sea? She's in the last 2 episodes.
Her code name is Rocket.
She's in the
Um,
last 2 episodes.
well, still, she is part of the team
She's not in the
in
rest of the
season
first
one.
season. She's not in the second and third either.
Is she not? No, that she's in season two.
Only for her baby shower or whatever.
Bachelorette.
That was definitely a bachelorette.
And she's in season three too. Like she has a kid, like just a little
Yeah,
baby.
but it's all unimportant.
And then in
She's
season
just
four, she has
shown
her
for a
4 episodes.
second. She's shown for a second, and then she doesn't get another plot until season 4.
I'm sorry. I seem to have forgotten your name. Even though we
Yes.
haven't forgotten her name.
She's
It's
just pointless.
it's wild how much of a role she plays in season four. Like she's fully considered part of the original team in season
And
four.
yet she has the most boring plot ever. Oh my goodness. I struggled to get through her 4 episodes. If you keep
Pretty
hearing us say 4 episodes, it's because almost every character that season that was like important that season got 4 episodes to themselves, where it was technically supposed to be all about them, their plot. Calder didn't get that. It was very much a split with Superboy, but that's okay. Superboy got like the whole season.
pretty much.
Rocket, she got 4 episodes on a different planet, and it sucked so much.
What are you
So
talking
much.
about? We
I
got
actually
girl
don't even
forager.
like her that much as a character because In the first season, she's loud, obnoxious, weirdly into Calder. Like
Maybe because
it's
he's always
kind of
black.
what Wally does, but it's just like I don't know, something feels really weird about it because she's just so much. I
Hmm.
don't hate her in the first season. She's just a lot. Fourth season, her son definitely autistic.
Yeah,
Like that is 100% a thing, and it's like that's the point of the show is showing that this kid is definitely autistic. She continually says that she is not going to get him the help he needs because he's not stupid.
didn't work.
What? I hate her so much in that. Her plot was the most boring thing ever. She does have good development because eventually at the end of the season, she's like, okay, wait, maybe like our son does actually need this. And like she helps the one guy who has anger issues if his helmet is
Orion.
taken off.
Orion.
Oh, Ryan. Yeah, she helps
I think he
him.
comes up later.
Oh, he's on the list.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I don't have anything to say about that guy. Anyways,
And low key, they have a thing. Like Orion definitely likes
yeah,
Rocket.
I was really weirded out by that, not gonna lie.
But
Enemies to
anyways,
lovers, though, I
Rocket's just
guess.
boring. It's weird that
Yeah.
she showed up in season one all of a sudden. She literally was there for the last two episodes.
Yeah, although she did fit in. At least
Yeah,
there's that. Like, she fit into the team. They were like, oh, yeah, we're just gonna, like, leave to go to this
like,
mission. And she's like, oh, you guys do that often? They're like, yeah. She's like, okay, let's go.
yeah, we'll give her that. But it's just weird that she's not
Yeah,
around. And then somehow she becomes a main character in season four, and I don't understand.
I don't understand.
All right,
Also, if you're
next.
wondering why she's not in season 2 or 3, it's because she's on the Justice League.
Yeah,
Any character that we say isn't in season 2 or 3, it's because they moved up to the Justice League in the 5 years that we missed of their life.
of the original team, like season one team, Zatanna and Rocket, both are leaguers in season two. And then in season three, Calder's a leaguer.
Yeah, I think that's it, right? Is
That's
Miguel
it.
technically, or is she
No,
just like the
no, because
leader of the Young Justice?
McGann still she's leader of the team.
Yeah. So some of them just go off to do their own things. Nightwing,
Nightwing
Tigress.
especially goes off and does his
Some of them are dead.
own.
We move
Next
on.
up, we have Garfield Logan, aka Beast Boy.
Listen, first season Beast. Oh, he's not in the first season. Second
Yes, he
season
is. He's
Beast Boy.
not Beast Boy yet, but he is in the first season.
Oh yeah, he's little Garfield Logan. Megan gives him her blood, and he lives and turns into Beast Boy. Anyways, second season Beast Boy is fine. He's not important. I couldn't really tell you what he does in that season.
Well, he goes to Ran with McGann and Connor.
Oh, I don't care what he does then. That whole plot sucked. Third season,
Ah.
we don't see him till halfway through.
And then all of a sudden, he's very much a main character.
And then suddenly he's the leader of this new team they're creating
Called
called the Outsiders.
Outsiders.
He's in charge of it, I guess. I don't
He's an
know.
actor.
And then
He's a
he's
well-known
also
teenage actor.
famous on like a Star Trek show. That's not what it's called. That's what it is.
It is exactly what it is.
He's famous and
And
also now
dating
on
Brigitte, a princess, not a queen.
yeah, he's dating a queen. And I actually really like him in the third season.
Yeah.
Then the fourth season comes.
Oh.
Can you guess what they did in the fourth season? Kira, how about you tell the people, the
So in the
viewers,
fourth, so in the fourth season, they make Beast Boy pressed all the time and anxious at the beginning
and
because
me?
and mean. So at the beginning of the season, we follow McGann and Connor going to Mars, and Beast Boy hops along. However, he is dealing with some serious trauma from how the end of season three went, and he's
Keep in
not
mind,
handling
it's
it
been a
well.
year. A
It's been
year
a year.
passed.
He's not handling it well, and then he believes that he caused Connor's death, basically,
Connor dies in
and
the fourth season, by the way. He comes back.
others. He comes back, and then after Connor's death, Beast Boy just he has no will to live anymore. Just like he's so frustrating. The team hosts an intervention, and
Oh,
he is such a douche
it's
to
the worst
everyone.
scene to watch
It
because
made me so
three
mad. I was just
people
like,
are all just like so nice to him and they're really trying to help him and he just insults them and calls them stupid and he just puts no effort into helping himself, but he also refuses to leave the team for some reason. And so he was just, he's just so frustrating. Like, I get going through something, but it's like not fun to watch on a show to see like a really fun, outgoing, energetic character lose all of their life
Yeah.
and just be an absolute douche to
Yeah.
everybody around them.
He's pushing everybody away, regardless of what they're saying to him. Like even McGann, like they're putting him in his place. They're telling him, "You need help," and he's like, "Suck it. I'm gonna go lay down in my room again and take some more
Yeah.
pills."
Him and his queen girlfriend break up.
Like, bro, eventually he does get better, and he gets a
He gets a
therapist,
little
or
dog.
he gets a little
He
therapy
gets a
for
little
it.
dog and he turns into the little dog because he's Beast Boy and then he's matching with his dog and that's really
They can
cute.
play. They can play together. So he gets better by the end. But because so much of season 4, he was the most irritating
And
character
season two,
featuring
he's not really in.
feeling the Aster.
Yeah. Because he's really good in season three.
So good in season
And
3.
he is funny in season two when we see him.
Yeah. But man, season 4 just tanked him so hard. It was hard to watch him in season 4. All right, next we have Jaime Reyes, aka Blue Beetle.
I love him.
You do love Blue Beetle.
He is only important in the second season.
Yeah.
Like, literally, he has maybe three lines in the third and fourth season. Like,
Well, we
he
find out he's
doesn't
dating
speak.
13.
Yeah, he's dating 13, the girl we said was pointless, because she is. Blue Beetle's dating her in the third season and the fourth season, I guess. But second season Blue Beetle, that's when he's introduced. He has the main plot that's
Yes, he
going on.
does.
And it's all about the Reach, which are the worst villains ever.
They're dumb.
It's an extremely stupid plot, but he's really important. And him and his scarab, they bicker constantly, and I love it. He
It's
is
so funny.
so funny.
Yeah.
He's another very sarcastic character,
Mm-hmm.
and especially when he's talking to the scarab, who's constantly just telling him to kill the people who are trying to help him.
So
And
bad.
it's really funny to hear them argue. And they don't really do that in the future seasons because they don't talk about him.
Yeah.
I feel like Crash,
Yeah, that's where I was thinking. And then there's the whole thing where the scarab kind of takes over, or the Reach all of a sudden has control of the scarab. So then Jaime's trying. Like he's like, guys, it's not me. I'm not controlling my body here.
yeah,
But nobody can they can't do anything about it because he's shooting at them.
I remember that.
So yeah, he is an interesting character as well. It is a shame that it kind of is forgotten
Yeah.
in the rest of the season, but
Also a shame he got with 13. Just kidding.
we're
I don't actually care that
we're
much.
throwing strays at 13.
I don't hate 13. She's just when we saw her, her hero costume, dumbest thing ever.
It's like a hoodie and some sweats.
But they
Cargos,
never
maybe.
explained her. She was just there. We had to search it up to even learn her name. It's Tracy.
It's Tracy.
Anyways, next person.
Ooh, finally. We have our first bottom tier. We have maybe our least favorite character in the entire show, and that is Lagon, aka Lagoon Boy.
This is
Let's
Miguel's boyfriend from season 2.
let's just put him there
Also,
now.
he is married to two people in season 4.
That's right. We have to talk about this. Okay, first of all, he sucks. He's terrible.
Yeah.
He's new in season 2. We
He's
already don't like
cocky.
him because he's
He's
dating McGann,
cocky.
and he just thinks he should be on Alpha Squad, not Gamma Squad. And I'm like, bro, earn your stripes. Calm down.
He's cocky.
Oh, annoying. What does he call McGann?
I don't know, but it was weird. I'll search it up right now.
Jellyfish, pufferfish.
What? What?
It was a terrible term of endearment, whatever it was.
Yes.
And also, did she have a term of endearment for him?
I'm searching it up, Kira. Calm down.
Okay. Moving
What the
on.
heck? Why is it not telling me?
It's not important.
They hate me. I want to know.
Oh well.
Oh, and I'll
We
never
have
know.
to talk about, and then him and McGann break up, and that was like our favorite thing of season 2. We're like, fine,
Heck yeah.
over this nonsense. He doesn't appear in season 3. At least I don't recall him appearing.
We would have been mad if he did, so I don't think so. I mean,
And then in
Aqualad was barely in season 3, so.
fair. And then season 4. I can't even tell you
I need to
how
explain my shock, okay? Because I warned Kira. So we finished all of season 3 together while she was home in one night. No, we finished it in one night and then we watched part of season 4 because we were like, we need to finish season 3 together at least. And then we did, and it wasn't that late. So we stayed up late and watched season 4, part of it. And so now we were watching on our own in like, our different provinces.
provinces.
So I'm watching, and I see Lagoon Boy, and I'm like, oh, dang it, why is he on screen? I hate this guy. And then I see him, he's playing with kids outside, and a lady, she comes out, she's pregnant, and she's like, oh, you're gonna be such a great father. And they kiss, and I'm like, oh, cool, he has a wife. That's great for him. I hate him. I don't know how he's married, but whatever. That's great. Cool. And then the whole place getting attacked, right? Some guy is out on the battlefield and the woman goes, no, that's my husband. I'm like, that's not Lagon. What? And then Lagoon Boy is with both of them? The way my jaw dropped to the floor. Like,
Oh,
oh my goodness. I was just like, what the heck is this? He is actually dating two people. He's married.
he's married to
He's
two
in a
people.
throuple, and she is pregnant. Also,
Oh,
both of the people he's married to, very normal looking. Do you see this picture of him? Put editor Kira, put a picture of him. Yeah, the, he's not normal looking. Congrats to him, I guess. I don't know. Super weird. He becomes Aquaman also.
yeah, that's the
Not,
thing we don't appreciate. We don't recognize him at all. But
but
yeah,
no,
and so
he's
then
the
all of a sudden
worst.
one day I get a text from Danae being like, warning, warning, warning.
Let me
Lagon's in
find
a
that
throuple.
text.
And I'm like, oh, oh. And so I continue watching. I'm not at that point yet. I'm behind. I finally get to that episode. And I'm like, oh, she wasn't kidding. He's legit in a throuple.
No, literally,
And
I was like, spoilers, but Lagoon Boy is in a throuple. He has a wife and husband. The way my eyes widened like crazy. And she was like, what? That's wild. I was like, at first I thought she was like cheating or something. I was lost. But he called them his wife and husband, so
and it's crazy. And she's pregnant. And I'm
she
just
has
thinking
the
to
kid.
myself, Lagon got married, not only to one person, but two. And one of the people he's married to is pregnant all before McGann and Connor
Got
get
married.
married. That was my thought process when I saw that. I'm like, how does Lagon, the worst person ever, get all that before McGann and
Maybe
Connor?
he doesn't suck and we just don't know.
I don't think so. I think we're right. I think he
I
sucks.
don't think so.
To be
Okay, let's
fair,
move on.
it's been ages since we've watched season 2. So we could just be harboring this hatred for him for no reason.
Imagine he's actually like a really nice guy.
We're like, oh.
Just a childhood anger from Superboy and Megan.
And that's the god we hate him to bits. All right. Next we have Tim Drake, the second, or technically the third Robin. Is he around much? No. Does he
He
have a single episode dedicated to like
no,
him?
he's I'm sorry, I seem to have forgotten your name.
And that's unfortunate.
Cause like he would be a good character. I fully believe that he would be a really good character if they gave him any screen time. But they just don't. He's in
I
a
think the most screen
relationship.
time he gets is probably in the season 2 premiere. Because the whole thing is kind
Probably.
of like him, Lagon, and Jaime.
Yeah. I think the only well, season 3 he has that weird little team
with Batman. Yeah.
Season 3, all of the Bat family gets a team so that they can have more teams.
Yeah. It's a secret
Except
team
for
too.
Tim Drake's team doesn't even make sense because one other member of the Bat family's on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Two other members? Aren't they all on it except Arrowette?
No Arrowette's on that team.
No, I mean Arrowette's not a Bat kid.
Oh, yeah, because spoilers on there.
And then the mute, what is Orphan?
Orphan. We're not talking about any of those characters either. Yeah. I
They're on
mean,
that team though.
he dates Cassie at the end of the season two. Then they break
Yeah,
up
that wasn't led up to
at all.
season 3. Was it season 3 or 4? I don't know. They go. They don't talk at all in season 3.
No, because Tim leaves with
Yeah.
Batman.
Are they
And
still
Cassie's like, what are
together?
you
That
doing?
was never said.
No. Does Tim speak in season three? I don't
Yes.
know that Tim has a speaking line in season three.
I think he does, right? When they're
Maybe
getting blown
one,
up.
maybe two.
I think when they're getting blown up, he does.
I don't know.
Other than that, I
Anywho,
don't think so.
it's really
And I
important.
don't really remember seeing him in season 4 either.
No, he's definitely not around in season four. He might have showed up at Connor's wedding, but I doubt that.
Probably.
I mean, every hero showed up at Connor and McGinn
Yeah. So he's probably there.
in costume.
Yeah, that was weird. Anywho, yeah, he's so unimportant.
It is a shame because I think he could have been a really fun Robin to kind of follow a little bit. But
Yeah.
they had too many characters and not enough plot. So, well.
Yeah.
Next, we have Bart Allen, aka Impulse. He
This is
becomes Kid Flash,
Yeah, this is one of the more important characters from season 2.
but he's not even that important in season two.
No, he's
This is
still
really
not.
only his episode when he comes in, and then the end.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, because he comes from the future. He's the one that came up with the crash. And he's trying to, like, save the future because it's super bad. And then he just, like, joins the team.
Hmm.
And then when Kid Flash dies, he takes that mantle.
Yep.
And he's, like, fine. He's really loud. He's a lot.
Yeah, he is. Well, because he's a speedster, guy's on hyperspeed all
Yeah.
the time. And then what does he do in season three? Don't ask me, don't know. Is that with the whole meta hospital thing with Eduardo? Is that season
Yeah,
four?
he kind of was a part of that because he was dating Eduardo. But,
Yeah.
well, actually, that I don't even think was ever said. I
And
think that
then,
was
but
just
or was that in
assumed.
season four with the Legion? Because he does join up with the Legion.
He is with the Legion. Eduardo and him have something in season 3, I think. That one
Only
time where
because
they
I
all
don't
go on double dates except Virgil is just there.
know. That's right.
I think that's season 3 because Beast Boy and Perdita are still
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, Bart. Feeling the Aster?
Yeah,
It feels wrong not to put him with Crash because that's his word, but he's
but
not
he's so
Crash, you know?
important.
He needs a little bit more importance. But
I do like him though.
yes, he's fun. It's nice to have another speedster around. All right, next we have Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. She does also become Oracle in
Most
season.
useless. Okay, not most useless. Super useless. They add a lot of characters in season 2, like we said. The girls specifically get even more ignored than the
Yeah, they.
guys do.
And
So
it's
we've
funny because
gone
they
through all
have
the guys that got added,
it's funny
and
too because the girls have an entire episode dedicated to them.
yeah, one.
An entire episode.
That's it. But like I don't even remember what plot she was a part of. Blue Beetles,
Uh,
right?
yep, it was the whole scarab, like with literally that whole episode was them trying to go into Bialia and like get a scarab or something.
I'm
I
not
can't,
gonna lie. The only thing I remember, other than them sneaking through that one building, is her getting stapled to a tree.
yep, I
Which is
recall.
why I knew she was part of the Blue Beetle plot. She's
And then
so unimportant.
yeah, and then in season three she becomes Oracle and she's dating Dick, and she's kind of important,
She's
but
not
like
shown that much, but she does
no,
help behind
yeah,
the scenes a lot. And in season 4, she does too. And I like her better than just because we actually see her being smart.
yeah,
In season 2, She doesn't feel like a very smart character. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's fair.
Because they don't give her any plots where she gets to use her intelligence. And most of the Bat Kids get that,
Mm-hmm.
as in the two Robins.
The two Robins. Yeah, that's
I
fair.
feel like probably I'm sorry I seem to have forgotten your name because even in season 4 they just don't focus on her or season 3 and 4 they don't focus on her very much.
That's where I was going with it. It's truly unfortunate because I think she could have been a good addition too, especially exploring her relationship with Dick a little bit more, especially
That
in season three.
and even just the entire Bat family because the whole thing with instead of the Joker being the reason she's in the wheelchair, but it being Cassandra, which is Orphan, which is
Mhm.
another Bat kid.
It would
But
have been
no,
nice just to see Bat family dynamics in this way because a bunch of Bat members are on the team together. So it would have
but
been
we never
nice
see
just
it.
no.
Even when three Bat kids are on a team working together, we see that team once.
Yeah.
And
It's
I think only Tim talks.
yeah. Since we've got all the Bat kids down now, oh, but we will talk about Batman. So we'll talk about one of our favorite things ever about the Bat family in this show when we get to Bat. But anyways, Batgirl, I'm so sorry, but I think I've forgotten who you are. All right, next we have Cassie. She's Wonder Girl. I think we got
Yeah.
to put her in the same spot,
Oh, absolutely. She does just about as much as, well, she's a little bit more important in season 3 and 4.
but
In
not by
4,
much.
she takes the leadership role in The
Of the
Outsiders
outsiders. That's because
because Beast
Boy's
Boy's
being
depressed.
the very depressed and
So she
isn't doing
takes
anything to get
that
help.
leadership role and she calls him her idol.
Her mentor. I was like, I'm
That was
sorry.
weird.
That's very
Super
strange.
weird. It's okay though. Other than that, she does nothing except date Tim, which is not even important.
No,
That's all I have to
I don't
say
know what
about
else to say about Cassie, in all honesty. So we're gonna move on. We've said
it. No.
everything we need to. That's season two out of characters. Now we're on to season three. One of our is this worse than season two?
Yes. Season 3, worst season.
And then season two, and then season four, and season one is the best. But anyways, this the next three, honestly, characters are mine and Danae's least favorite characters,
They're all going to
beside
be in the same
Wanda.
spot.
And the first person we have is Violet, aka Halo.
She's so annoying.
You like where I put her, right? That's the correct spot because I think it's the
Yes.
only spot.
You should not have to double check. I don't even know. I just hate her. She just
I,
feels so whiny all the time.
yeah, listen,
Even if she's not, she just feels it.
I get that she's supposed to feel very young and naive because she's forgotten everything and she doesn't know who she is and she's trying to figure that all out, along with the fact that she has all these powers that don't make sense. I get that aspect of it, but it's just like to an extreme.
It's so annoying. And just everything she does is stupid. And I don't know. I just really don't like her. Okay, to be fair, season 3 for us was a struggle. Like a really big struggle because we wanted to see all the characters that were
We
from
loved
season 1.
none of this.
Instead we saw Nightwing. No, we saw Nightwing, Megan, Connor, and a little bit of Artemis.
Yep.
Connor and Megan weren't even heroes though. They were like letting
We
these
saw
guys
them
live with
having
them.
married like next to married life. They weren't married yet, but they were living together. We were seeing them in
Yeah.
domestic bliss half the time.
We also had some innuendos about what they did in the cave together, and I didn't like that. EV-14, man. EV-14.
Yeah, and so instead we got these characters that we don't like that we followed the entire season.
Entire season, and they were just getting trained, and so that was really boring.
They
'Cause
weren't
I
going
don't,
on missions because they couldn't do missions yet. Like
and they couldn't work together. Like they were a terrible team, the three of
terrible,
them.
so bad.
It was all awful, and she was annoying, and her and one of the team members had a thing, and it was awful and
Hated it
annoying and
so
gross.
much. And
She
then
had
in
a thing in the fourth season too.
season
Oh,
four, she
she
like Loki disappears, which we couldn't be
she also
happier.
changes her pronouns to they
Yeah.
them. Whoops. She's
Whoops,
they.
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 In season four, they are they.
And they go to college
Yes,
and they are in love
with
with the girl
Harper.
Harper.
Yep.
Yeah. They're the mother box.
That's low-key the most interesting part about them.
Don't really want to explain what that is, so I'm not going to.
That's fair.
Forager! I hate Forager.
Listen though. Okay, so Danae hates Forager mainly because Forager talks in the third person. For
Ton.
Forager doesn't have pronouns. Forager's pronouns are forager and forager.
Forager is Forager, and Forager is glad to meet you, and Forager is Forager. Fredbug with two
Forager is a
G's
bug.
is
Forager is in love
ugh.
with Bioship. Forager.
Fredbug with two G's is here. Fredbug with two G's is present. Fredbug with two G's likes Harper. So that's his human name.
He's Fred
He's so
Bug with two
annoying.
G's. And he consistently says his name is Fred Bug with two
With two
G's.
G's.
Until finally he's told that he doesn't have to say the two G's part. And he's like, great, I am Fred Bug, not with two G's.
He's so frustrating. When he falls in love, it's worse.
Yes. So in season 4, he goes back to his home planet.
With freaking
And
Rocket, this is Rocket's plot.
this is the whole rocket plot. And he meets a female forager who, guess what? Her pronouns are forager and forager as well. And so their conversations are filled with just forager loves forager and forager loves forager. So and
They
forager
recite
must leave
poetry
for
to
it.
each other.
Oh.
I didn't watch it. I skipped it. But they did it.
So yeah, forager is interesting. I'll give him this. Like he is fun sometimes. It's just the way he speaks.
He's just so frustrating. Also, him without his shell, crazy weird. Hated that.
Yes, he looked very naked.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No,
Wish
was
I
not a
forgot
fan.
you and your name, though I definitely won't ever be able to.
No, unfortunately, because you said it 1,000 times. Next up, we have Brion. Oh my God.
The worst character added. They, oh, he's so annoying.
Here's the fun thing about Brion. So he's a prince of
Markovia.
Markovia. Yes, Markovia. Thank you. And in Markovia, they have this thing again, they don't love metas. And that's kind of a big deal since the world's full of metas now. And there's like a meta trafficking ring and all this and that. And so somehow he finds out that he has meta abilities and they awaken. And he can control Earth, kind of. He focuses on lava, honestly. But anyways, he has an accent the whole time, which is not the issue. The issue is his whininess.
He is
He's
such
constantly told
a
to be
spoiled
patient.
little baby.
He's constantly told to be patient. He's like, I'm trying, be patient. I'm like, are you sure? I'm sure you're not.
The reason he's not being patient is because his sister is missing.
Yeah.
And he wants to go find her, but he's not trained enough to fight anybody. Like
Mm,
we just said, these three are an awful team. They can't
yeah.
work together. They don't know anything about each other, and all he ever is angry. And so Halo and Forager don't really like him that much
Then
until he
Halo
stops being
does.
so angry.
Because Halo
What?
ends up dating him.
But I know when he stops being so angry.
And their relationship sucks too. I hate it so much. And in the end of season 4, he's like, be my queen. And she's like, nah.
That
And
was
then he
weird.
becomes Loki evil for all of season 4.
Yeah, he's just a spoiled little baby. He's easily manipulated, which we see at the end of season 3 and season 4 when we see him.
The entire season 4 when we see him.
Yeah, it's like
It's he's so bad. All right, next we have Virgil, aka Static. So we're actually
he's
introduced in season 2 to him.
yeah,
Him and a couple of other kids have powers, and they kind of all have a storyline with Arsenal and Lex Luthor. And then he ends up joining the team. I think at the end of season 2, because he is in the help with
I
the
have no idea.
whole. He's helped with the whole thing.
Sure.
Sure, I don't know. And then he joins the team. We officially see him in season 3. Him and Jaime are kind of buds.
That's literally all we know about him. And he's single.
He's single perpetually, it makes him Loki sad, and he third wheels dates all the time.
But yeah, that's about all we know.
So sorry, I've forgotten your name. And next we have Eduardo,
But we
and
also don't know very
his
much about it.
no, and his superhero name is El Dorado, which doesn't make any sense because his powers are he can teleport. That's his power, and his name
El
is El
Dorado.
Dorado. What does the city of gold have to do with anything?
That makes perfect
But
sense. I don't know what
he
you're
is the
talking about.
son of a scientist who he's mad at. And then in
In
season
the second season.
three, yes, and then in season three, he works with his dad in a meta-human teenager facility, like a home thing. He helps them like control their powers so they can go on to the human world. And he maybe dates Bart.
We
That
can't.
isn't that isn't actually canon or anything or confirmed. It just is heavily implied.
We don't
Once
actually
again,
know. Maybe it is canon and we're just stupid.
that could very well be. Wouldn't put it past us, you know? But yeah, sorry, bro. Next we have Cyborg, aka Victor Stone. He comes in season three,
Oh my
and
goodness, his death scene is the most traumatizing thing.
oh
It's a
my goodness,
memorial episode.
it was a memorial episode, and he blew up. Basically, we saw intestines, right?
I
Like we
think so.
saw organs.
TV-14, man.
That was our favorite saying in all of season three, and season four was just TV-14, man. What
Because
you
they
gonna do?
changed it to TV-14.
They did.
It wasn't.
It was great. And then he becomes part father box, which means him and Halo are low-key connected, which is weird, but like not I don't know. And
I
he's
don't
low-key
know.
angry. He doesn't participate much in the third season. He kind of participates in the fourth.
He's just not a very important character ever. Fourth season,
I
we do see him at therapy,
yes.
which is good. Third season, he's just angry the whole time, so he just kind of sulks around.
Mm-hmm.
He's mad at his dad.
Which I don't blame him. Sorry?
Your name.
Unfortunately, he really should have more. Like he's such a popular DC hero that you'd think he'd get more screen time.
I don't know why they did nothing with him.
Significant plots. Anyways, last team member we have Tara Markov. This is Brion's sister. She had gone missing. Then they found her. Turned out she was working with Slade, aka Deathstroke, and then she joins the team and doesn't go back to Markovia with Brion. That makes Brion even more angry, which when is he ever not? That's Tara, truly. She has rock powers.
Pretty much. I don't really know anything else about her.
You'll notice that this fourth tier gets filled pretty quickly.
Because they have so many characters who do nothing.
Yes. And we are leaving out characters. That's the best part. We're still leaving out characters.
Yeah, there's very many characters
There's very many characters.
that we took off of this list because we didn't have enough to say about them.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We officially finished the team. We're looking bottom heavy, unfortunately. But
Shocker.
you'll notice that the bottom is mainly two and on.
Batman.
Now we're getting to the Justice Leaguers and we get to Batman. I love Batman. He's one of the few leaguers that we see quite a bit of pretty
Yeah,
much through the entire show.
because he's like in charge of the team in the first
Yeah,
season and the second. Plus the second season he has his 16 hours plot.
that dumb plot that we hate with our entire league.
Dumbest thing ever. You know what? I'll probably talk about it.
We'll probably done.
Who else is
And
even a part of
then
that?
what?
Who else is even a part of that?
It was him. It was Manhunter. It was Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and Hawkgirl.
Hawkgirl. Yeah, I'll talk
So
about it later.
like all very legit Justice Leaguers, like in the comics. These are super legit Justice Leaguers. And so he has to do that. And then in season three, he leaves the Justice League and does his own little secret team thing. And then we don't see him in season four all that much.
No, because we don't see the bats. Like,
Nightwing doesn't get a set of 4 episodes.
Nightwing doesn't get a set of 4 episodes. Dumbest thing that season 4 has ever done. Nightwing didn't get a set of 4 episodes, and all I wanted to see was Nightwing.
Yeah, facts.
All we saw
Instead,
of
we
Nightwing
got four
was
episodes
him
of
at the
Rocket.
circus, right?
Yes. Instead, we got 4 episodes of Rocket and about 7 episodes of Connor McGann on Mars.
I freaking hate their wedding episodes. I don't care.
Anyways, Batman. Love Batman. We can now talk about that thing I was mentioning earlier. For the whole 16 hours plot, when they finally find out what they did, they have to go to space to like low-key apologize and go to court. And so all of those leaguers who went missing for 16 hours come together and have a little goodbye with their little sidekicks. So you have Manhunter saying goodbye with McGann, you have Wonder Woman saying goodbye to Cassie, and then you have Clark saying bye to Connor. Now Batman has 3 people there. Just say goodbye.
It's the funniest thing to watch because everybody has either no I think Hawkgirl has her husband.
Yeah. Green Lantern's got
Everybody else has just their one sidekick. Batman has three,
Yeah,
all saying goodbye to him,
yeah.
and it's so funny.
It's
Oh,
just
it's
fun to
so
see the
fun.
shot because like Bat Kids low-key are in the back. They aren't near
Yeah.
the front.
Oh, it's so funny.
You just have like McGann, Cassie, Connor, Bat
All of
Kids.
them.
It's
No,
so funny.
it's so good.
It's too
Batman
good.
himself, kind of a boring character. Like he's like dealing the aster.
Yeah, that's fair. And of course, we should maybe bring up my favorite scene that we found out is in the worst episode of the show that you knew somehow. I don't, and it made me mad that you knew this. We were talking one day about how Batman is low-key a terrible dad, and it's not even low-key. He's not a good dad. And in downtime, Robin has like this itty bitty side plot that should have taken up the whole episode, honestly. Robin, as per usual, is mad at Batman, and then at the end of the episode ish, Batman chucks a basketball at Robin and is like one on one. And they have a fun little moment. And I thought it was really cute. Just Bruce actually like trying to be a dad and a mentor and just trying to connect with his kid. And I love that scene. And it just happens to be in the worst episode of the show.
Which I pointed out to her,
And Janae pointed this out and made me
and
so
I'm
mad.
so happy about
I
it.
should have screen recorded that and I could have put the clip of just me freaking out the fact that Janae knew that this was in our least favorite episode.
Downtime.
Oh man, what a terrible season. Terrible, terrible episode. Anyways, yes. Bruce is feeling the after. We do like he's fine. He's one of the better leaguers. He's showing up.
Hmm.
Next we have Dinah, aka Black Canary. She's very important in season one.
I love her.
Like she's their counselor, she's a therapist. And
I
that continues throughout
honestly
the
would
entire
put
show
her
too, which
top tier.
love that. It's great. And she just helps these kids really like break through with some of their issues, especially after Failsafe, that episode, right? And so we really love Dinah. She definitely gets scaled back in later seasons, but in that first season, she's
It's
really
because we
good.
focus less on the team.
Yeah, because why would a show that is based on Young Justice members not focus on a team?
But no, I think she's 5 years. I love her. She's so good.
It's
Like,
amazing.
she's good at dealing with the team. She's good at being a counselor. She deals with Garfield later. Like, in the first season, Connor's like, oh, well, why do I have to be good at fighting? I'm stronger than everybody. I just punch him out. And then she beats him. And
Yeah,
she's not strong. And she just knows how to do, like, be impressive without
yeah.
having super strong powers.
And then in her counseling sessions, like with specifically, I'm thinking of like Wally and McGann. With Wally, she's like, "You reacted really terribly when Artemis died and failsafe." He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
And so
she's
she's just like
really good.
cracking the shell, and then with McGann, she's helping crack through kind of her lie that she's been telling the team,
Hmm.
and she's just really good at her job. And
Oh yeah, Megan's a white alien, by the way.
oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. Well,
Neither of the
we'll probably
pictures
bring it up
show
later
that.
because remember, we've got her brother on this list.
Oh yeah, no worries.
We'll talk about it later.
That'll come back, or will be cut out and will never come back. Who knows?
Who knows? Editor Kira knows.
Edit.
Mary's great. We love her. I don't know. It would have been cool to kind of see how she worked with the team as they got older and then
Yeah,
the changes within the team that came from those 5 years. It would have been interesting to see. 'Cause she's low key just the team therapist.
and she's
So,
so good.
so good at it. I would love to have her as my therapist. Red Tornado, John Smith. He is kind of the den mother
He
of
is the
the
den
team.
mother.
He's great. Love him. Crash?
Trash.
He is a robot. So he makes these funny little comments all the time, which because like he's like human customs, how strange. And it's really fun. And he really cares about the team, and that's nice. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's just great. We love Red Tornado.
he's actually really important. There's just not a lot to say about him. I don't know. I like him. He's a
Yep.
nice guy.
We appreciate Tornado and all the work he does. So we could take this a couple of ways about how we talk about this next character. And that is Dr. Fate. This specific picture is of Zatara, which is Zatanna's dad. But Fate is a complicated character, to say
Okay,
the least.
Dr.
Um,
Fate is actually Nabu.
yeah,
Nabu, I wish I forgot you and your name.
terrible.
However, whenever somebody puts on the Fate helmet, they are now Fate.
Yeah,
which means like Naboo and Zatara pretty much talk to each other
in the head.
and have to like decide the course of action together. And
It's such a
Zatara is great.
we love Zatar. We don't like Fate, and we hate Naboo.
No, Fate's actually the worst. He's so terrible. He doesn't let anybody take off the helmet.
Yeah,
And he's so cocky, he's like, oh, you guys couldn't survive without me. He's not wrong,
he's
but
not
he's
wrong,
cocky.
unfortunately. But yeah, it's just so complicated. Like I don't know how I want to go about this because I hate Naboo, but I love Zatara.
I feel like feeling the Aster because,
That's kind of what I'm going with. Because like,
yeah,
yeah.
Zatara, 5 years. He's the sweetest man ever.
Oh, love him.
And Naboo would be I wish I forgot your name. So I feel like they have to be middle.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, next you have Martian Manhunter, aka John Jones. Love Martian names, man. Also, I
Mhm.
didn't mention this, but McGann's name is McGann Morse.
Moles.
Morse. I love Martian names. They're super fun. We will have another super fun one to say near the end of this video. He's one of our favorite names to say. Anywho, Manhunter. He's very calm. He hardly ever gets like a huge reaction from anything, and he's kind of dependable.
He's kind of there.
Feeling the Aster?
Yeah, he's kind of there.
Beautiful. Moving on. Next, we have Shazam slash Billy
5 years.
Bats. We love.
He's my
We
favorite.
love. He is central to another one, a great episode. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the split universe one with
Yes. Oh my goodness, that's such a good episode.
the adults go to a dimension, and then anyone under the age of 18 goes to another dimension. And Billy is the only one that can go between them because he's a 10-year-old kid when he's Billy, but then
But
an
when he says
adult.
Shazam,
So he's able to communicate with the Leaguers and the team between the two to help bring the dimension, the world back together. And he's such a central part of that episode.
and he's so funny.
He
Like
is so funny.
just through the entire show when he's shown, he is so funny.
Yeah, one of my
He's
favorite moments
comedic relief.
he is. One of my favorite moments of him is in that very episode when he comes into the cave as Billy Batson and he has to
Hmm.
convince Wally, he has to convince the team that he is Shazam. And he talks about nachos to Wally. And Wally's like,
Yeah,
wait, no. And
I love him.
Shazam, he's such a fanboy. And it's like, I would be too. He's really great. We love Billy. Next, we've got Superman, Clark Kent.
He's not shown that much. I honestly don't know why we have him on the list.
Well,
He's super unimportant
but he's
all the
kind of
time.
important in season 4 for the
Not
Connor
really.
death and just him dealing with that.
Nah,
Yeah.
not really.
Like he's kind of just your run of the mill Superman. There's nothing too different from most Superman portrayals. But yeah, it is weird. Like I would have loved to see how him and Connor got close and how they got past that whole debacle and how somehow Connor became Uncle Connor to Jonathan. And he does break down. Doesn't he break down to Diana or to Dinah?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know
Sorry.
nothing about Clark.
Sorry, seem to have forgotten your name.
Yeah.
All right, next we have the Flash, aka Barry Allen. He has a couple of moments because Bart stays with him, and Bart is Barry's grandson. And so Barry and Bart have a weird little relationship. And even in the finale, like he's dealing with KF with Wally dying, and that's a whole nother thing. But it's similar to Superman, like he's just kind of your run of the mill Flash. And
You just put him the
so not
same.
much to
I
say.
don't really know much about him.
All right, and next we've got Aquaman. He I'm not sure why we put him on this list. It's
I'm not sure either. He can also go, and I'm sorry I forgot your
I have
name.
even less to say about him.
What can I say about him? He's the king,
He's
and
the
he is
king.
just as boring as Aqualad.
Yes. In season 4, he has that whole thing with
Orm,
Orm and Eric. Who was Orm pretending to be?
I don't know.
Arian?
That
Arian?
one guy.
I don't know. And there's that whole thing, but that's kind of it. And he has a kid. At one
Yeah.
point he was retired from the league, and then he comes back. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Kind of just there. All right, next we have Black Lightning, aka Jefferson Pierce. He's actually important in
In the
season
third
three.
season only.
After that, where does he go? I don't know.
I don't either. He starts the season off leaving the Justice League,
hmm
but then
But
he
he
gets
leaves the team because
recruited
of
by
Bat.
what?
He leaves the team because of Batman.
I thought he chose to leave the team and
Maybe
then
he.
got recruited
Oh
by Nightwing.
no!
He
He
didn't
left the
know about
team.
the secret teams.
No, he didn't. He left the team because he tried to save the girl that was in the
Hmm.
weird meta clay monster thing.
And he
That's
killed her.
right.
He killed a little kid on accident.
Right. He didn't mean to. He thought it
But
was
no,
fun.
he left the team and then Nightwing recruited him.
Yes.
And so he helped Nightwing and then he found out about all the secret teams and got really mad and became the leader of the Justice League.
Yeah. And I think he's the leader in the season four, but a Loki Aqualad is actually the leader. I don't.
I thought that he was the leader in season. I don't know what's going on. I think that Aqualad and Batman were co-leaders in season 3.
I don't.
I don't either. Black Lightning, see, feeling the aster.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like,
He is
he is
actually important.
important,
Yeah. He
and I
does
don't
have a
hate him.
terrible. He has a relationship with another character we absolutely hate.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That yeah. Now you remember. That almost dropped him down.
Next. I
All right, and that is our leaguers. Now we're on to villains. We start with like the main light, and the light is the villain group that is like controls everything in this entire show, specifically the first two seasons, especially. They become less important in seasons three and four, although Vandal still reigns very important. So the first one we have is Vandal Savage. Dude, where do we put him?
we watch him snap somebody's neck.
Okay, we need to talk about this right now. So in season three, we're at this point, it's almost background noise. Like,
Yeah, we're not paying attention. This is us at the screen.
like in this one episode, we have no clue what is going on, what the point of this episode is. All we're getting is this woman, this older woman, telling the story of Vandal Savage to this other girl. That's what we're getting. And we're like, this is boring. Don't really care about Vandal Savage's backstory. And then at the end of the episode, we find out that this old woman is sisters with that other girl. And then Vandal comes up like, why do you love, like, what's your favorite story or something? And she's like, the one where you fight a bear. He's like, why is that your favorite? And just about as she's about to speak, snaps her neck.
And the way we just go,
Yes. We literally, we were like, because we just were so bored of this show. And then
that was the
something
Memorial
crazy
episode too.
happens. And we're like, literally silence. And we somehow, like, fully silent even through the post credit scene thing or like the little credit run. We were just like,
And we just kept looking at each other. We're like,
we're like, what had just happened? It
and
was
then we
the
saw the
most
memorial and we were like, this was the Memorial episode.
that was the most shocked we were in season three. That whole season, we were just like, God, I just want this to be over. And that happened, and it took us a minute. Like we had to take a breather after that. We were like, hold up. We didn't just see what we just saw, right? We didn't
Um,
just see this man snap a girl's neck in front of her sister.
also, that was his
We're
daughter.
like, TV-14, bro. Why? But yeah, that was the best part of season three, honestly. Now, where are we putting Vandal? He's a pretty great villain, I will say. He does
I
win a
feel
couple.
like Crash.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. He is the main leader of the light, and he's just a very imposing figure on this all of it.
He's good at what he does.
He is very good at what he does. He's been alive for many, 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 many years, so I would assume he would be. All right, next we have Queen Bee. She is a telepath, kind of, I think. But she can low-key
Yeah,
control minds,
she can
specifically
control
men.
men.
That's right, she can control men. She's important whenever Bealia comes into the picture because she is the queen of Bealia.
Yeah. Other
So
than
often.
that,
Other than that, it's kind of whatever. And she
she
holds
has
the
her
hands.
manipulating Megan plot.
Yeah,
I think she is a good villain. I also don't feel like she's shown doing that much.
yeah,
Like, as much as she is shown, I feel like she doesn't have a lot of important plots other than the Megan one.
yeah, that's fair. It's just a
She's just
lot of
kind
like,
of there to, like, manipulate all of the Bialia situation.
Yeah, she's there manipulating the president of Karak, and then the team comes in and helps, and that's kind of it. So,
I'm gonna
feeling the
say,
Aster.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
All right, next we have Rachel Ghoul.
I
He's
love
a
him.
he is a light member in season one and I believe two, but after that he's not a part of the light anymore.
I don't even know why I love him.
I don't
I just
either.
do. He's not even important. He does nothing. What does he do in the first season?
What is his little thing in the first season?
He does the split worlds, right? He helps with that.
No,
He doesn't
he's
help
not
with
a
that?
magician. He's not a magician. He's not a
What is
sorcerer.
he?
He's the leader of the League of Assassins.
Oh yeah. What does he do in the first season?
I don't remember what he did in the first season.
So he's not very important. Maybe we should just
No.
put him. I'm sorry, I seem to have forgotten your name because we have no idea what he did.
Yeah. All I know is
Okay,
that he is the
next.
grandfather of Damian Wayne, and we didn't get Damian because he was just an itty bitty babe, which missed opportunity. Lex Luthor is next.
Oh, he's such a. Actually, he's not even that good of a villain. I was gonna say he's
No.
such a good villain, but he's so easily thwarted all the time.
Yeah. Kind of his biggest thing is that he gave the Superman patches
That's what
to
I was gonna say.
Superboy, and that leads to a whole,
Other than that, it's similar to Queen Bee, where he's just used to manipulate the press.
yeah. Like he talks with G. Gordon Godfrey a lot. He
He
creates
makes
his
that
own,
the team.
what are they called?
Don't know. They weren't
Matter. They
important.
were terrible.
I
And
feel
so
like same place as Queen Bee because he is
yeah,
very similar
that's
in
fair.
how he's used.
Yeah. All right, next we have Clarion.
5 years.
5 years.
He's by far the best villain. He is so irritating, so annoying,
There we
but
go.
he is such a good villain. He's this little demon kid.
He is
He's got
ages
this cat,
old. His cat named Kitty.
and he's a magician, and I love him
He's a
so much.
chaos lord. That's what
He's
he
a
is.
Chaos Lord, yeah.
And he's so funny. He's
So funny
hilarious.
because he's always just complaining, but
Yes.
not in a bad way like Brion,
Yeah,
in a funny way because he's
in a
like
funny way.
acting like a little kid, but he's got all his power.
Yeah.
And he's got this cat and he's got this super annoying voice.
Yeah.
And in the fourth season, Zatanna's episodes, he
Yeah.
works with the heroes
He's the only way that they can defeat something.
and
Harm.
he,
Child.
yes,
Child.
child. And Harm is from the first season.
Yeah,
And that's
harm is
our
from the
favorite
first.
episode, one of our favorite episodes. Clarion, though, he becomes a bus.
Yes, he does. And this
Yeah,
bus
I love him.
travels through time.
Oh, also his cat dies.
Had to die, hence why he was in the bus.
So he gets a new cat. And it's the same, but a
It's the same
baby.
cat, and he names
Can
it.
you show a picture of the baby cat?
I'll show a picture of the baby cat.
Picture.
Such a cute. And it's like, you can't just bring a cat or something to me. He has to choose me. And then this little cat comes up about against the bus. And he's like, yay! And he's like, and then they're like, he has to name it at that moment. They're like, can you just wait? He's like, no, I must name it something unique.
Yeah.
Kitty! The exact same name as of his original cat. So fun.
I love it.
So good. We love Clarion. All right, next is Sportsmaster.
Okay, Sportsmaster is Cheshire and Artemis's father. Crazy reveal, you had no idea Artemis and Cheshire were even related. Oh, that's why Artemis lives with Roy. Anyways, Sportsmaster.
Sportsmaster.
He is not that important, not gonna lie. He's only important in Artemis's plots.
Yeah. And a
But he
little
is
bit
not
with
a villain shown very often.
he's a little bit with Will because he's Will's handler.
Oh yeah, he has the code word.
Broken Arrow.
I forgot about that.
But yeah, he's not super important.
He's really
Only
only in the first season too. Like
yeah.
after that, he's pretty much only in Artemis's flashbacks.
Yeah, it's very true.
He
Is
is
he
a
arrested?
horrible man. What?
Is he arrested?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Horrible man, abused both his daughters like crazy.
We're great.
He's not even that
Sorry?
good of a villain. I think I
Sorry?
what?
Sorry?
Sure.
Or he like I don't think you can put him here because he does play enough of a role.
That's
I
what
don't
I was
hate him
thinking.
enough.
I feel like he has to be. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Next we have Cheshire. Cheshire, Cheshire,
I love
Cheshire.
Cheshire. 5 years.
She is a terrible mother. Terrible, terrible
She's such a good
mother.
villain, though.
Such a good villain. So she
She,
has her little flirty thing with Will. Super
yeah,
weird. Super
don't like it.
strange. And then she comes back with a child, and we're like, I'm sorry, when did this happen? And then she leaves her child with Will and goes off. To do what? I don't know. And then her and Artemis try to connect again,
Yeah.
reconnect. And then that ends bad because Cheshire is traumatized. Shocker. And then goes to do therapy, like rehab, with Sensei from the League of Assassins. Wild. That whole series of events was weird.
Yes. I like her though. In the first season, she's really interesting. She
Yeah.
gives a lot to Artemis. In the second season, she's somebody who stays important in pretty much all the seasons. I think only really the third season
Yeah.
we don't
Thirteenth's
see
not
much of
around
her.
much.
And that's just because they brought in that new cast, so they got rid of like most of them. And they didn't see a lot of villains in the third season. But
No.
Cheshire, she's really important in the other three seasons, and in Artemis's 4 episodes of season 4, she's like there the entire time.
Yeah.
And she's about to go back to Will and Leon, and then Leon comes out and she's like, "Look, it's a mommy mask." And she's wearing the Cheshire
Oh.
face mask,
And then Cheshire runs.
and then Cheshire runs.
It's
And
so
that's really sad, and she's like really bad at commitment and
terrible.
uh most things. She
She's
also left
scared.
Artemis alone with abusive father.
Yeah, she'd be great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I love her though. I think she's a really good villain. I think she's just a really good character.
Yeah, I do appreciate her quite a bit. It'd have been kind of nice to see like just if she could have a relationship with Will, if she could have a good like become a good mom. I don't know
Ancestor.
that she could do either of those things, but all right, our favorite villain, our favorite villain. Yay! And that is Icicle Jr.
Heck
Let
yeah.
us bring you where
He
you belong.
is from the Terrors episode. He is so funny.
Oh,
Oh, he's so
too
funny.
good.
He's
Too
like,
good.
he has this crush on Megan disguised as the Terror Twin. So he keeps just saying things. Oh,
Connor disguised as a terror twin. He's like, you can't tell because she's your sister, but she's hot.
yeah. Or he's like, I look at that chick and that chick gets me.
She sees the crazy and loves you anyway.
And the best line, the Terror Twins are kissing because it's actually Connor and Megan. And he goes, dude,
Dude,
that's your
that's your
sister.
sister.
Wait, are you?
You
And is he?
and me.
Oh,
Oh, Dad's gonna
that's gonna kill
kill
me.
me. And this is after McGann detransforms into McGann. And then all it starts to clip and boy's brain, he doesn't have a brain.
Oh,
Oh,
I
it's
love
just
him.
so funny. And then in season 3, after Connor and McGann get engaged, they have a fight. Connor and Icicle have a fight, and they're bros. Like
Yeah.
they're like,
He
"Yo,
goes to the
what's
wedding.
up?" And then Connor's like, "We're getting married." He's like, "Dude, congratulations!"
And he goes to the wedding.
And he goes to the freaking wedding in Prison Orange. It's so funny, and it's
Yeah,
really only that episode in season 1, and he endeared us. He is the
he's
best.
the best.
He's just the best.
He's not important,
No,
but he's
not
the
even a
best.
little bit, but he's the best. All right, next we have Count Vertigo.
Why did we put him on here? I guess he does do stuff.
Like he's in cold hearted. He wants to kill Perdita multiple times.
I know.
We're just gonna put him in sorry. Like
Yeah,
he has
he's
the whole
evil.
he has the whole
He's
meta
a
human
count.
trafficking. Like he's
He's
involved in the meta
Margot.
trafficking, but that's about it. He just wants to be king. And so he tries to kill a 10-year-old girl for it. It doesn't work. Does not work. Unfortunately. He gets diplomatic immunity, which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
But
because he's a count.
he's Count. If you didn't
I
get that,
hate him.
Count Vertigo.
Vertigo.
Um, but yes, sorry. Wow. You're gonna go there. Next we have Simon. He's the catalyst for the Bialia episode.
Yeah, he's a good villain. He's not shown that often, I don't feel like.
No, he's not. He shows up twice in the first season because he has the first one in Bialia and then he has a matchup again with
Mm-hmm.
McGann. And then she
Yeah,
breaks his brain.
he is really only important to Megan. Like because he fights in his mind and
Yeah.
Megan does that
Another,
too.
he's another telepath or something.
And so they have like mental fights.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm sorry. Like he's
Yeah.
just not that important.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, next we have the Reach.
Ugh.
They are aliens.
I can't even put them in I'm sorry because they're so important.
I can put them in I Wish I Forgot You.
They're
So
terrible villains.
they get involved in season two. How they get to Earth again, I can't remember.
I
But
don't
it
know
involved
anything about season two.
involved metahumans because everything after season two or season one involves metahumans for some reason, which is frustrating. And they had an energy drink that somehow was like supposed to help metahumans' powers wake up. I don't know. And then they had the scarab thing, and they were born.
They're not like as much as they're the villains, they're awful villains.
Yeah,
I feel like they don't actually do that much. Like they accomplish nothing.
yeah. Not the vibe.
Like
We don't. We
the
don't.
other villains, they accomplish things. These guys don't.
They're just
Next.
not. They're just not.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna go there. Next, we have Child. This is the Chaos Demon, where they need Clarion's help. She is crazy,
She's a good villain though.
and her little thing that keeps her grounded to this reality is what does she name that thing?
I
It's
don't
like
know.
a play thing. I don't remember. That thing was weird.
Isn't it like a
Um,
diamond?
yeah, I don't remember, but she is so powerful.
She's
She has
way
like
overpowered.
she has like nine of the Lords of Chaos of power or something because they all decided Clarion needed to be stopped. Why? He
Yeah.
was doing fine doing his chaos thing, but whatevs. She killed
Yeah.
Kitty. That's huge against her. Other than that, just she went a little too wild and the Chaos Lords took away their power.
She's only in like 2 episodes, right?
She's in those four Zatanna ones.
Is she in all 4 of them? She's not in the first two.
She
I
not?
think she's maybe she comes in the second one because that's the Fate episode, right? Where they go to Fates to see their insecurities.
Mm, yeah, she shows up when fate gets involved. So yeah, that would be like two-ish episodes. Where are we putting her? I'm sorry? She's just a
Yeah,
little weird.
she's overpowered. She's not important.
Yeah.
Like outside of those 2 episodes.
But do you remember her creating her body?
Yeah.
It was weird. And we're like, TV-14?
Yeah. Always.
It was like you saw the muscle tissue and it was gross. Anyways, next we have Black Spider.
Why did we put this guy on here?
I don't know, but he showed up with the Artemis.
We're just gonna put him in Crash because he's funny, and I think that's the only reason he's on here.
He is funny. He is clearly DC's spin-off of Spider-Man.
Except evil.
Quippy, he's funny, he's witty. Is he important? No, obviously
He does
not.
nothing. I actually don't know why he's on here.
But he's funny. He does have some good
Next.
quips. Next, we have Cassandra Savage. She is Vandal's daughter. She's the one that witnessed her sister's neck get snapped. She's pretty loyal to her dad, and she is a mole. She lies to Artemis and the crew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pretends to have lost half her arm.
Yeah, that's fun.
She's
But
a
other
good
than that,
villain. I don't feel like she's that important though.
no.
Like she's in the Artemis episodes
Is she in the New
and a
Gods?
little bit of season 3.
Yeah, she's just not around much.
I ain't
Oh,
forgotten. Yeah.
sorry. Next to Joker, let's just put him in sorry. Like, or
Why
I'm
did
not gonna
we
talk
add
about.
him? I
I don't know.
actually can't believe he's on this stupid list. He
Somehow,
shouldn't be. He's in like 2 episodes, and one of them is one of the weirdest episodes of season 1 because it
Injustice.
makes 0 sense.
Mm-hmm.
The Injustice League. It's him and a couple other very unimportant villains who aren't on this list, and
I just,
he is just there,
I don't
and
know.
then he's gone. That is the most pointless episode, I think, well, other than Downtime, is the most pointless episode of season 1 because
Yeah,
it doesn't relate to the rest of it. Like I think technically it's like a test for something, but
I think the Injustice League were supposed to be like a distraction.
I think so, but it just was dumb. And I actually like that episode. That's the thing. Like I don't mind that episode. It just is so out of place.
It is very out of place.
Vertigo's in that episode,
So
isn't he?
I don't know why we didn't highlight him and to get rid of him, but he's here, so we're just putting him
He's
there and we're gonna
here,
move on.
and we forgot about him. Next.
Next we have G. Gordon Godfrey.
I wish I forgot you and your name.
Ah, he is the worst. I hate this man.
He hates superheroes. He's like a
Yes,
news person, and he hates superheroes. And I hate
yes,
him.
yes.
He's
I
mean and
remember,
rude and snarky.
yeah, I remember watching the end of season two, and it was showing how Vandal was meeting up with Apocalypse or something, with Darkseid or something at Apocalypse. And all of a sudden Gordon was there. I'm like, bro, what are you doing here?
Was that even ever explained?
Yes, in season three. No, season four.
Oh,
Because
okay. Maybe it was one of the episodes I
think
didn't
in
actually
season
watch.
four. Hold up. Yeah, he was a dark side follower. He was like Granny
Oh,
Goodness.
yes. It was explained. Anyways, he sucks. Next.
Terrible. He just spouts garbage all the time. And he has a weird voice, and it's annoying. Next we have Granny Goodness slash Gretchen Good. They're pretty much the same person, just two. She was always sus, let's just say that.
A boring villain.
Yeah,
I don't know because as much as she's a pretty important villain, I'm just trying to think like she's really strong.
yeah. She's a big lady.
I feel like it's feeling the Aster because I do think she's actually a good villain.
Yeah. And like she does
I
have quite
just,
a bit of control. Like she
yeah,
controlled Beast Boy's contract kind of, and she had this huge enterprise. She's kind of there, but kind of actually important. So feeling the
yeah.
Aster for Granny Goodness. Now we have our last Martian of the list, I believe. Yes, our last Martian, and that is Ma'alapa.
Oliver.
So he is McGann's brother.
He's whiny and awful, and I hate him.
He wants to kill all the green Martians.
So him and me again, they are the only two white Martians in their family other than what their dad, because their mom and dad are a biracial alien couple. So
Yes,
one of them is
Loki
a
wants to
green
kill his mom.
Martian and the dad is the white Martian.
Yeah,
And so they have like a lot of kids, and all of them except for Ma'alafa Ak and Migan are green, and
yeah,
those two are white. And so he is super racist to green because the green aliens are racist to him. And the
and
aliens have
oppressive to him.
technical names, and I don't remember them.
Ma'al has an actual Martian name, but it's like never said, and so he's just the villain known as Ma'al, and so that's what we're gonna call him. He shows up in the fourth season
Mm-hmm.
when Dan and Connor go to Mars. I'm sorry, Mars.
Mars.
Uh, that should be something said. Martians have strange ways of
Mars.
spelling, of pronunciation, and we're gonna deal with it because it's low key fun. But
Ma'alafa Ak.
he hates everybody. He low
He's
key tries to kill Connor.
he's not even a good villain. I
No,
wish I forgot him and his name, except for I never want to forget his name.
all of the odds.
He's not a good villain,
No.
and he's just whiny the whole time. Like that's really all he is he's just a little baby. And he's
Hmm.
like, "Oh, Megan, you don't even love me."
No.
Because she doesn't want to kill the green aliens.
Like, bro, calm down. Ugh, annoying. Next we have
Next.
Sensei.
Don't know why he's
And
on this list. I don't know a thing about him.
woo, put him next to Joker right there. And we're not gonna talk about it because you don't have much to say. Next, I believe this is Lorzod, and his dad is Druzod, but I can't remember. Whatever it is, this is Zod's son, and he's important in season four.
Does he speak very often?
No, he only really speaks when we see him, and he plays a huge part in the Rocket episodes. Because remember, he's trying to get the thing
I
from
know what he's
Metron's.
doing.
He's trying to get his dad out of the Phantom Zone.
I'm feeling the Aster. He is important. He's like important to the finale.
Yeah.
He's pretty strong.
Well,
He's
he
just
is Kryptonian,
boring.
so
Just kind of boring.
yeah, he is. It's also so fun when he gets his dad out of the Phantom Zone and Connor comes with, and he's like, "That's an L. He's a House of L. We cannot trust him." And his
Yeah.
dad's like, "Bro," and sure enough, son is right. He's like, "I apologize, son." And Zod's like, "Oh, I told you." But yeah, he's technically from the future. That's super fun. and he has a fun time travel-y thingamajig. And then I believe he dies. Yes, he does die
Yeah,
because
he dies. He goes back to when Superboy died.
his rocket set the thing on a timer.
And he dies the same way Superboy died at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And then his dad can go and I'm sorry, I think, or feeling the aster. Because this
Yeah, he's
really
so unimportant. Like he has a little thing with Superboy
in the Phantom Zone.
in the Phantom Zone. He like leads Superboy through the Phantom Zone, but he's super manipulative the whole time and he's not actually that important to the story because I feel like he gets defeated pretty quickly.
He does. I
If they had
didn't,
had a fifth season, he would have been important
yeah,
because
probably.
they were setting him up to be important in that last scene or whatever.
Well, they were setting up his wife to be important because she got the
Oh
whole eye thing
yeah,
and she left and she's pregnant. Like,
with Lorzod.
yeah,
Yeah, anywho,
yeah.
that's
And
it.
that is our villains. Now we are on to miscellaneous. These are characters that don't really, they don't have a slut like a super, like they weren't on the team or a part of the league or very obviously a villain. So first are two of the best characters in the show. First we have Sphere. So
Who's the
Sphere,
girl?
yes, Sphere's the girl. Sphere they found in the Bialia episode, and Connor connected somehow with Sphere. Don't entirely know. But Sphere happened to be from New Genesis. And when all of a sudden some new gods show up in season one, which is an episode I forget about all the time,
Me
they
too.
brought about a mother box. And the mother box turned Sphere into a super psycho.
I love Sphere.
We love Sphere.
She's just a happy little sphere.
He
She's
makes up
always
shit.
rolling around. She's always excited.
Yeah.
Just love her. 5
5 years.
years.
Super fun. Next we have Wolf. How did they find Wolf? I don't recall.
I don't know. What
This is
episode was that
another
in?
one like Connor connected with Wolf and somehow they kept him.
Why do I only ever remember the Bialia. I'm gonna search it up. Oh, he's in the episode where all of the animals have the inhibitor collars on them to make them evil.
Oh, that's with like the
And
brain guy and
Superboy
the gorilla.
saves him. Yeah.
Yes, that is also an episode I forget about often.
Yeah, me too.
Interesting. But again, Connor connects with Wolf. Wolf becomes buds. In season 3 and 4, they keep cutting to Wolf in the credits, and Wolf's always sleeping, and that's never
He's
explained.
really lazy in season 3 and 4.
Wolf loses all energy after season 2. Because at least Wolf still like does stuff in season 1 and 2, but he just straight up just lies around and sleeps.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he's fun.
Anyways, 5 years.
We love him. He's another sphere-like character in their pets. That's always fun. All right, next we have Queen Perdita, aka Beast Boy's girlfriend for a while.
I love her. She's so
Yes,
sweet all the time.
really
She's the
loves
one
Thor.
that Wally saved in his birthday episode.
Uh, it's
I
so
think
sweet.
Crash. She's not important,
No, she's not at all.
but I just really like her. She's just such a
No.
sweetheart.
Yeah, she is. And she really loves Gar. That's the hard part is Gar is
Yeah,
so mean to her in season 4. Like she's just one thing that is so sad. And they don't even get
yeah.
to back together, do they? At the end of
No.
season 4. Like they talk at the wedding and they don't get back together. Next we have some characters we don't love. We have Dr. Helga Jace. Let's just pop you into the
Wish I
bottom right
forgot
there.
you. She's the worst. We hate her. She's
Oh,
manipulative. She's a jerk. She gets with Black Lightning for a time and she manipulates Brion. She
we were
is
sus of her from the start.
from the very start, and we were right to be. She is
Were.
evil.
She was
She
working.
used Black Lightning. She calls Brion and Tara her kids,
It's super weird and I don't
which
like
is
it.
weird. She's not their mom.
No, no, no. She actually
Anywho,
awakened all of the abilities. Like she awoke Halo's, Brion's, and Terra's.
yeah. So she calls them all her kids.
Yeah, super fun. And then she was working with Markovia, the bad guy in Markovia, or was I don't remember, but somehow she
I don't
wanted
know.
Brion to
She's awful.
drown. All terrible, and we don't like her. She was the worst. Every time she was on screen, we're like, ugh. And there was
Yeah.
one, and like a couple times she would go on dates with Black Lightning, and we're like, oh, come on, just break up.
And she
And
was
they did
using
break up.
him.
And Jefferson was super sad. And we're like, finally. She was just the worst. We don't like Helga. Next, we have Girl Forager. Becomes a Green Lantern. And she loves other Forager.
I hate her more than Forager because she has an annoying voice.
She does have an annoying voice.
Wish I
It's
forgot
very,
her and her name. She doesn't deserve to become Green Lantern. I hate her. That's
it's
all
so
I'm
fun.
saying.
Janae didn't watch any of the credit runs of this series of episodes because it was always just Forager reading poetry or reading Shakespeare and Loki just putting in Forager instead of names like Romeo and Juliet. It's so funny. And Danae couldn't do it. Oh, so good. All right, next we have the Legion. And specifically, we have Phantom Girl, Chameleon,
And the other one.
and the other one.
They help Superboy.
They do help
That's
Superboy.
their whole thing is they're trying to make sure Superboy doesn't die in the fourth season
Yeah, they're time
because it
travelers.
will
They came
change.
from the future.
Yes.
And Phantom Girl actually saves him. So everyone thinks Connor's dead. But
Yeah.
Phantom Girl actually brought
Brings
him
him
to
to
the
the
Phantom
Phantom
Zone with
Zone.
her. And then she was out for who knows how long in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. They succeed in the end. They take Bart with them
Yes, they
somewhere.
do. Somewhere.
They talk to Clark.
They do talk to Clark
I
as
don't
both Clark and Superman.
yeah. They're fine. I think feeling the Aster because I don't hate them.
No,
They're
you know what we
chill.
did not talk about with Connor at all, now that it's
Eh,
coming to mind? Him in the Phantom Zone. We didn't talk about that.
no.
He was annoying
Oh yeah,
in
he
the
was
Phantom
awful in the
Zone.
Phantom Zone.
It was
But
terrible.
he was being manipulated the whole time.
All right, next
So
we have Metron.
I
What
hate
a
him.
drama
I wish
queen.
I forgot you and your name. He's the worst.
He's
He's
such a
one of the
drama
new
queen.
gods. What?
He's such a drama queen.
Yeah. He's one of the new gods. He's low-key evil. Like,
I don't know, man, because he
he's
works with,
not technically, but he actively like doesn't help the heroes a lot of the time.
yeah, it's such a weird balance for Metron. He has his whole little storage unit of sorts that protects a bunch of goodies. I
I
don't
hate him.
know. So strange. Then we have Orion. He has anger issues and has a thing
I'm
for Rocket.
sorry. You should put him in the middle. He,
He's mad that Rocket's there.
yep, that's all I know.
He
Next.
likes the Green Lanterns, but that's about it.
Oh
Next, we
yeah.
have
Mm.
Danny Chase, who is the
Okay.
kid inside the Kaiser Thrall
This guy
box.
shouldn't be on here, but we love him because he makes fun of Ma'alafa'ak.
He does make fun of my Olive Ox,
So we love him, so we left him on here. He's going in 5 years, obviously. No,
obviously.
he
Feeling the Aster or Crash?
Crash. He can't go higher than that as much
That
as
is,
I would love him to because he's the best. Can't because he's in one episode,
yeah, yeah.
I think.
Um, he is in a box called the Kaiser Thrall. What does the Kaiser Thrall do, you may ask? Don't ask, because we don't know.
We stopped paying attention.
We definitely stopped paying attention because it was getting convoluted, to say the least. And he sacrificed himself. He died.
He's a sweetie pie.
We love him. He was so excited to talk to someone
Yeah.
as he was stuck in this box. And then finally, it was McGann who, with her telepathy, gets to talk to Danny. He was just so excited
I love
to
him.
talk to someone. And it was sad to see him go for the little amount of time he was on, but yeah, he was great. Next, we've got Harper.
Feeling the Aster. She is chill. We only meet her because Halo and Forager go to school, and she
Your
goes to the
friend.
same school as them. Harper and Halo have this little thing in the fourth season. Well, actually, it happens in the third season.
Yeah.
Halo cheats
At
on
least
Brion, but
Harper definitely is giving off the vibes that she's interested in Violet in season 3. And then when Brienne and Violet officially break up, then Harper kind of shoots her shot.
yeah, I actually like Harper. I think she's good.
She's got a troubled home life. She ends up
Yeah, I
living.
don't have that much to say about her. I think she's a good character.
Yeah.
I think she balances out Halo well.
Yeah,
As
she
much as I hate
does.
Halo, I do think Harper's a good match.
Yeah, it's fair. All right, next we have Mira.
Why is she on this list?
Because she's important. She becomes King of Atlantis, bro.
I don't care.
So I'm putting her in sorry, don't worry. It's the whole true crown thing, true ruler, and Aquaman's like, I'm not. And this guy clearly isn't
Care.
lied. And so Mira gets it.
She's nice. I actually like her.
She's pretty
She's just not
strong.
in it that much.
Yeah.
She's in downtime.
briefly. And
Very
you guys know
briefly.
how our feelings are about downtime.
And then she's in Aqualad's 4 episodes.
Yes,
Except
yes.
for it's really like 2 episodes because half of his episode is split with Superboy in the Phantom Zone.
But we don't talk about that. Last, and probably least, we have Lynn. This is Calder's boyfriend.
Yeah, he's going in, I'm sorry. I do like him too, though.
Yeah.
I
Again,
think
it's
he
this.
balances Calder really well. I think he really cares for Calder. He's Calder's husband, by the way.
Will they get married? They're married?
I
Oh,
have
they
no
are
idea.
married.
I think so.
I think they are. I think you're
He's
correct.
really good with Calder and for caring for Calder and dealing with Calder, always wanting to be on the go,
Yeah.
Aqualad, hero stuff. He's
He's
good
very
with
much like
all of that.
Calder, take a break, take a rest. Does
And
Calder
when Calder
listen?
doesn't, he goes with him.
Yeah, exactly. Again, it would have been cool to kind of see him meet Calder meet Gwen and what that like whole journey of discovering sexuality. But did we get that? No. Why would we get that? That's dumb. No, no, no. Now that's
Yeah,
it.
I do like him. He's just really unimportant. He's in Aqualad's 4 episodes and maybe a part of the 3rd season.
If he is in third, it's so brief that I don't
It's
remember.
like it's because he doesn't leave Atlantis. That's why we never see him. A lot of the Atlanteans we never see.
Are there more characters that we didn't rank? Absolutely, Tara.
Like 13.
Like 13. And some others that we maybe could have, but would have had like next to nothing to say.
Even less than the characters that are on here.
Yeah.
Other than Joker, he shouldn't have been on here,
Yeah,
guys.
I don't know why Joker's on here. Don't know why Sensei's on here.
I don't know.
But anyways, this is the list. We want to do reorganization because I sure don't. I think we
That's
just
gonna be
leave
a
it.
lot of work.
I
I
say
can
just
tell you that Ice Cold Jr. would be the highest of the villains, and
who would be the worst? The worst, because there are so many we could choose for worst of the worst.
Brion,
Yeah, it's gotta be Brion.
and then Jace.
And then Lagon.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
After
the
that, it
bomb.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, that is it. That is indeed it for this video. Let us know your thoughts. None of you will have thoughts to say because you haven't seen Injustice. Would
Yeah.
recommend.
I just would like to point out that the entirety of We Wish We Saw the 5 Years are characters introduced in season 1, and all the pictures used are from season 1.
That's amazing. That didn't even click that they're all introduced in season one. That's amazing. And there's no one in the bottom tier introduced in season one.
Other than Godfrey.
Godfrey wasn't in season one.
Oh, seriously? He was only in 2nd season?
No, he was in season two. So that tells you anything. Yes, we love Young Justice. We could talk about them all day, honestly. We
We
have
have
many of them.
multiple times.
We have multiple times. It's crazy the amount of times we'll talk about the same thing
Oh,
about
same
Young
rant
Justice
every single time. It's
every
about the five
single
years.
every single time without fail. But yes, that's a list. This was fun. We have been filming for over 2 hours. That's super fun. This
It's
is
gonna be a
gonna be a
really long
nightmare
video.
to edit. Anyways, thank you so much for making it this far.
If you
I
made
am
it.
sure that most of you didn't get this far, but if you did, thank you. Uh, Appreciate it. Like
If
the
you
video if
skipped
you
through
did.
half of our video, I can't believe you.
Is it us rambling? Yes. That is the majority of our hanging out. So what are you gonna do about it? But that's it. Like the video if you did, like it if you didn't. Doesn't hurt you. Just helps me. Who knows when this video is going out? It's gonna take me forever to edit. And we're getting to crunch month and exams start in like 4 weeks. Not even probably. So this may take a minute to get out. But it will get out eventually. We will come up with another video to do together because I love filming with Danae. It's fun to have someone to just bounce off of, you know? We love it. So, yeah, I guess with that being said, I will see you next time in Sierra's Corner.